Hi, welcome to DC Fan Gives Hope, and there is reason to smile. Why? Why? New Gods. Okay? New Gods. It was, right, I should have maybe have done this video as soon as I heard it, but then everybody does that. Everybody jumps into bandwagon, and it's because it's the newest news, so everybody then jumps on the video to see who's posting what. And I've sort of went away from trying to do that or bring news forward because I've got all these other great wee DC things going through my head, and you need some time for it to sink in. And I must plug one of them for me, one of the most positive DC YouTubers out there, and that's Emergency Awesome. He is just brilliant. He puts a positive spin on everything. I quite like him. I used to like Pong Films or something his name is, but he's just got to Zack Snydery, and it's just every video that he does just now, it just seems to be about the cut, and I'd rather him go on and talk about other things. And so Emergency Awesome, he just takes the news and puts a great spin on it and tells you to chill and relax, and he does a better job than me, put it that way, and he deserves a lot of credit, a lot of stuff to him. So anyway, New Gods, because the reason why I brought him up is because I just watched him just a couple of minutes before this video, and he's just got me excited, but he also showed a bit of Justice League, and just to see it on my own TV and see the images, and I just can't wait to see it on my TV on 4K. It just seems that everything's compact. It's not in a big wide screen and full of and people in a cinema hall. It's just these guys up close. But anyway, back to New Gods. No, I think it's fantastic. I think it's a brave move. It's like Justice League is it's like DC is, or the people behind the movie choice of what to make next is changed the plan and has decided to, maybe if it's Jeff Johns' idea, to do this. Now, I'm not big on the New Gods book, but I mean, I first heard of the New Gods through the animated series. And then, I just came across them in graphic novels and stuff like that, Dark Side Apocalypse and everything else. But I was never really all that keen on the actual book itself by Jack Kirby. But then I find out that he's got this connection. The reason why he created New Gods was because of the creation he was doing, something to do with Ragnarok or whatever, or what he was doing in Marvel, and then he couldn't do that in Marvel, and then he went over to DC, and he created these fantastic characters. And what is so good about this, for so many, my first instinct was, put this down for a minute. My first instinct was that in Justice League, Darkseid only got mentioned in one sentence on one line. There was no talk about Apocalypse. It was just like the mention of, or maybe I missed it. You can comment below and see if I'm wrong. But it was just saying he was trying to make Earth like his home world. And for comic book readers, they would know that's Apocalypse, but not everybody knew that. BVS in the dream sequence, people believed, the Earth is turned into a desolate land, but they didn't really realise who was behind all these flying creatures, and then you saw the Omega sign, and again only. So everything up to just now, there has not been much information on Darkseid. So and with Justice League ending in a way where the next villain has got nothing to do with it, it might be the Legion of Doom. I'm thinking, so how are they actually going to reintroduce Darkseid, one of the biggest villains that the Justice League could face? And there's our answer: New Worlds. And what is crazy about it is Well, first of all, we don't know where it's going to start. Is it going to start, and if you don't know the history, all you got to do is Google it, okay? I won't spend my time trying to explain it. You just put New Gods, Dark Side, and everything else. But just think of heaven and hell. Dark Side is a form of gods like Zeus was, right? So Dark Side, say he's a devil, right? High Father, he's like God, right? So you got these two warring planets, and they managed to keep the peace by swapping their sons over. Okay, so High Father, the God thing, he gets Orion, I believe, and Darkseid he gets Darkseid gets Orion. It's High Father's son, and High Father gets Kalibak or something like that, and so that keeps the peace. But Darkseid, more or less, he controls this planet through fear and torture and everything, and all his slaves sort of still worship him and stuff like that. And it's a very volcanic, industrial sort of planet, and that's Apocalypse, and then High Father, is the Garden of Eden sort of stuff. So that's mainly it. And then Darkseid, of course, if you've seen Smallville, he likes to take control, possession, and turn good men into bad. Hence, Superman turning bad. He likes to take them, and then you've got Granny Goodness, who she has women fighters in the arena called, again, I'm going to be wrong about the Furies or something like that you've seen in Smallville. And Big Barta was one of them, this big, tall, gigantic woman who then marries a guy called Mr. Miracle. And both of them run from Darkseid and live on Earth and stuff like that. So, I mean, there are so many great characters in the New Gods. There's so many. It'll be, if I was to say it, maybe Star Wars, Guardians of the Galaxy, just the zany thousands and hundreds of different gods and villains and stuff like that, that you might have got a taste in with a wee bit of Wonder Woman when she started talking about gods. So this is another god. Superman could be considered a god. Even Batman could be considered a god, because they're doing what no mere mortal spends their life doing, so to speak, So, but if they bring out this New Gods, then it just opens another box. When they do Shazam, that opens another box of possibilities through magic and everything else. So if they were to do a New World, then people will get the idea who Darkseid is, feel the fear, and then start thinking about, what would happen if he was to go face to face with Superman. So there are so many possibilities to do. Now again, the fear of all this is, this film could be years away, and we may, sadly, there is a possibility. Then 3 or 4 years' time, we may have a different person playing Superman, even though Henry Cavill says, you play him as long as you can. There's Wonder Woman and there's Ben Affleck and stuff like that. So it's like you want everything now. You want all these films, not in 3 years' time, 4 years' time, 5 years' time. You want them, but then again, if you rush the films, if you rush them and get just any director, then you're sacrificing the story. Now, they've got this woman director in. I won't bore you with the name because I've totally forgot it. Not really. And again, I'm not going to start stating, this is a great choice of director, this is this. Every director in their lifetime can make one great movie and 5 bad movies, or vice versa. It all depends for me on the story, on the script, and the delivery. And everybody has a good day and everybody has a bad day. So I'm not going to read too much into who's playing who or who's directing who, because we'll just have to see. Because I've said many times before, the casting couch, they have a vision for the film, and even though we may see it differently, they know where they're going with the film, so that's why they cast it that way. So I am pumped. It is, and the internet should explode with this. Okay, Marvel has got the Infinity War, which I won't say because I just, before you all start jumping in, I just don't like, just not a big fan of that. universe, okay? Not a big fan of that universe. And so just think of me as a non-Marvel fan, which I'm not really. The only people I like in Marvel is Spider-Man and Hulk. And that's about it. The rest I just could go to sleep with. Right, so anyway, so let us know how you think about the Dark Side world and stuff like that. About the New Gods. I think it's very brave, courageous, and I'm sure they can't do it in just a 2 hour film. They've got to somehow expand it over 2 films anyway, just to get all these crazy characters in. And what ones are they going to spend time on? You know, I mean, the normal DC heroes, they'll probably have to forget about them and just concentrate on characters from these two worlds. So we can get backstories and feel a sense of who they are before they intermingle without Justice League. But this is brilliant news. I am so happy. So, catch you later. Mind check out my Facebook page, DC Fan Gives Hope, Instagram, and check out for any latest competitions coming your way, and go to hailthevillains.com for a chance of you or 15% discount on your DC stuff. Okay, thanks people.